So whatever you are working on, as long as you've got your box in hand, you're going to be able to move on with us. If you don't, you're going to want to make sure you get your box in. The first 2 videos are up on Canvas. You can find the links in the Canvas course modules. This one will be uploaded as well. Are we ready to move on? Absolute silence. I need confirmation, children. Yes. We are ready. Okay. Okay. With our drawing, we talked about how we have 2 separate boxes, right? We have this guy, and then we've got the one in the back. All I want you to focus on today are the shapes. So we're going to go ahead and put in the thumb in the corner, and then we're going to go ahead and pull forward to find the first finger. Okay? So we're going to start about center. And remember, we're thinking about shapes, not necessarily what it is that we are drawing. If we can bring it down to the basics of just focusing on shapes, usually, I know it sounds funny, you can kind of trick yourself into doing it correctly. Okay, so I have kind of like a claw going on right now, because that's the first portion of the hand. There's a little line in the back portion. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that there. And then if you need to erase to kind of see your hand a little bit better, go ahead and do that. But we're simply going to start with one finger coming to the corner of that box, just rounding it out, and then the other fingers curve upwards. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and erase some of my box and just kind of refine the shapes a little bit more. Gordon, you're going to need to put that away. We move quickly. Is there anyone that's stuck? Okay. Have you finished your fingers? Yeah. Did you erase your box so it looks nice and clean? Yes. Okay, perfect. While I'm waiting for the rest of you, I'm going to go ahead and just erase the marks that I've made on my paper, because I'm going to need what's underneath in order to shade later. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Really small. Really small. I would make it a little, if you can, I would go a little bigger. I like your arm. If you're worried about how long your arm should be, a good way to check is to use where the finger's in on the leg. Should be about mid-calf, right? So, mid-calf. Always check your measurements. Even if you feel like you're doing too much checking, doesn't matter. It's going to help you in the long run. If you feel at this point that you are ready to move on without my constant assistance, please go ahead and do so. Don't feel like you have to wait for the entire class. If you feel comfortable enough and you want to just go on your own and continue working, that's totally fine with me.
Miss Carter, can I have some help?
Yeah, my projector's really Okay, prepare yourselves because we're going to go with the face next. Faces are tough. Okay, I think we're ready to move on. When we're looking at the face, so I'm zooming in, the eyeball is not going to be like a circle, right? It's going to have one line come forward and another one come down. So if we're looking on a larger scale, the eyeball is going to look more so like that. Okay? So we don't want to go like this because we have a side view, right? Okay. So with your face, I would recommend, if you have not already focused on this outside, I would recommend first let's get in the nose. Okay? So I'm going to have to adjust mine a little bit. But essentially, if you've just drawn the line, you're just adding a triangle to it. Wow, well that exposure is horrendous. Why didn't you tell me? There we go, that's better. No, that was awful. So if you look at her face, there's a slight deviation here before her nose comes out. So we're going to go in, and then we're going to pull outward. Okay. Then from there, it's simply line down, and then back, and then forward, and down. So we come down, and back, and then you bring the bottom lip forward, cut in, and then the chin. Okay? And I'll probably adjust this as I go. Side view is harder than you think. And it's also really difficult because of how simplistic it looks. So if anything is wrong in the drawing, it's going to force forward, center fold, and look really odd. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep working the shapes till we like how it looks. There we go. That's a little better. If you feel like you need to trace the lines multiple times before actually doing them, go back and forth with your reference. It will help. Wow, that bottom lip and I are not friends right now.
I feel that.
Okay. I'm okay with that. It's not great, it's not bad. It's fine. Yeah. Mhm. Don't be that distracting us.
and the
Thank you, Bob.
structure is good and everything. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, once you have like the nose and the mouth in, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna work on the eyes. I'm actually gonna add in the eyebrow first because that's gonna give me direction as to where I need to put my eye.
For 10, you can add it out to the right.
And this is difficult because we're talking like tiny little details. So if you are feeling like you can't get the small details with your pencil, I would highly recommend you take the time right now and sharpen your pencil.
I like that. Thank you. Your allocation of everything.
If you have got the eyes, the nose, the mouth in, go ahead and move on to the ear. Or you can do the hairline. Either way, it's up to you. Yes. Coming.
We're trying.
Okay, is there anyone who has tried to brave the ear?
No.
No? Yes? Okay, we talked about it last time. How the neck almost gives us the exact location of where the ear is going to be. If I were you and you were focusing on the ear, I would look at all of the dark spots and only focus on those little grooves to draw in on your ear. Okay? So we're talking about all these little grooves here and in through here. Sometimes you just go until you can't anymore. So if you're done with your ear and your nose or whatever, just call it a day and move on. And then I'm going to go ahead and focus on the hairline. I'm not shading anything yet, but I still need to go ahead and find where the hairline is going to be. So I'm just going to come in with back and forth strokes with my pencil to give some indication of where the hair is going to be. Wow, whoever's playing a video is really loud. Really, really loud. If you feel like you want to move on after even this point, please go ahead. You can put in the details of the shoes. I would recommend before you do any of that you take the time to erase all the boxes that we've put on the shoes so you have all that detail a little bit more visible. If some of you have noticed that your image is starting to deteriorate from all of the erasing, I have backups if you need an extra one. Just let me know. I see that it feels a little bit too big, but it's proportionate to the face, and I simply cannot go smaller.
Yeah.
Because, like, I need, like, a smaller piece of lead.
It's a little bit of
What is like
a tiny man.
Miss Carter?
Yeah?
I hate this assignment.
Yes.
Well, you had an opportunity to dip out of this class, but you chose to stay.
These laces are scaring me.
Don't worry about the laces. Just we'll smudge that in later.
Carter, do you want me out of this class? Is that what's up?
No, but I don't like complainers.
I know.
Looks good.
Complainers are not important these days.
So just stop
We'll
complaining.
attempt to do this anyway.
I complain a lot more than you do. I can. Stop complaining about it.
Okay, I do not need a competition about the level of complaining.
I try my best not to.
My phone says otherwise. My phone says otherwise.
Same with mine.
See,
not
but
gonna
that's
lie.
different. That's texting, okay? I try not to complain too much in real life.
I
I'll
appreciate
complain
it.
all day long over the phone, though.
You got that right.
I mean, I don't need to hear it out loud. I just don't.
I've learned that people
Well, see,
really
Miss
don't
Carter,
like
I'm
complaining.
comfortable around you, so that's why I complain.
That really? That says okay. It's like I know you can go closer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start focusing on the shape of where the shoe is actually sitting on the foot. If you put in your ball joint, that should help you find where your shoe is sitting on the ankle. And again, we're just gonna focus on lines and shapes. I know I sound like a broken record, but it does help to kind of get your brain out of what you think you should be doing rather than what you can focus on that will make it easier.
Oh, I wonder that bowling part is that. You can hear it.
I'm not going to do more than this because I'm just going to focus on shading later on. So I'm not going to put any additional information into it. I'm just going to leave it be. I might adjust the length of the foot because I feel like it might be still a little too short.
Because pain restlessness.
Okay, that feels a little better.
I'm assuming that's what you do.
My bad.
I'm assuming that was an alarm.
Yeah.
That's
I
fine.
set it for today instead of Saturday.
I get it. Okay, I have one foot down, so I'm going to move to the back foot. This is going to be my least favorite part of all of this.
You know, out of all of the things I've done on this reference, I think I'm most satisfied with my back foot.
Really? I'm not going to be satisfied, so I'm happy you are.
I don't like my back foot.
There are a few things here and there.
Don't worry, Miss Carter, I'm there with
Everything else
you.
is frustrating.
I'm not going to like this back foot, but it'll be fine.
Oh, that back foot. Ooh. I still don't think it looks very good.
Maybe you just don't like the shoe.
I like my front foot.
All of them is on instead of people.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
So where are you? I can't even see the laces on the front foot.
I can't either, so I'm not putting them in.
Oh, I put
That's why I'm not there.
I'm gonna shade it, but I'm not gonna worry about the laces.
Oh, so where's this one?
No.
No, I'm listening to this conversation. What the word that?
It looks like her ankle broke.
Which one?
Who talks about Florida?
Yeah, breaking her ankle.
Thursday.
Last
This
Thursday.
actually doesn't look
That's
Miss
the most
Carter,
random
it don't look that bad anymore.
Good.
Oh, you don't remember? No. We were talking about how if you get DoorDash, you have to do it before lunch. Oh, you're talking about that.
They said it would come 2 minutes before lunch ended. At least 2 minutes after lunch ended. That took forever. Never doing that again.
That's why you have to order it like right in the middle of third period.
I did. That's the problem.
Then order in the beginning of third period.
There you go. Yeah.
You can't trust anyone nowadays, Ellis.
It was so bad. I'm
Well, it
sitting
could've
there
been
at the end of
traffic.
lunch in the office, and they let me take my food out because I'd been waiting the entire time. And they looked at I showed them. It said, like,
They must like you.
Favoritism.
Well, you did put
well,
the
I
effort.
had been waiting the entire time in the office, and I showed them they were supposed to be here at this time, and the next class they let me.
Well, did you get a pass to your next class, or did you eat it in the office?
Oh no, I ran. I made it there.
I don't know what you guys are talking about over there, but you're creeping me out. No, them.
I don't know either. I'm not even listening.
I'm like, food shouldn't scare you that much.
No, Rasmussen's like creepily whispering at Skalski.
I'm trying not to be disruptive.
It's creepy.
I don't know if people.
Good.
Rasmussen is the imposter. He is sus.
That was so funny. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm not even gonna add more to that foot because I like where it's at, and if I add more, I'm gonna be angry about it. So I'm just gonna leave it be. Just gonna leave it be.
This class is just full of relatable lines.
Do you not want to be in Captain Curtis's B4? Ellis
You poor
and
soul.
Pittman definitely make some very questionable jokes.
B4, you're in here B4. What are you talking about?
No, Captain Curtis's class.
No, I know, but you're in here B4.
Yeah, well, I
I made
used to
jokes
be-
of that.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I also used to be in
That's
before.
terrible.
oh yeah, because you two switched into
Poor
studio.
Jesse, oh my gosh.
That was one of the things I was like,
Yes, he was the one
I'm gonna
laughing
make
the
it in, and I
hardest.
did.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Okay, from here, we have kind of all the complicated stuff, for the most part, in. I'm going to take the next 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm going to start working on all the little grooves in the pant line, and so on and so forth. Okay, this is where it gets kind of complicated. Bear with me. I know this might not be like, your favorite part, but we still have some detail on the stomach line that we need to go in and focus on. We still need to make sure we map in all of our little creases so that when we start class tomorrow, we can start shading. Yep.
Yeah. B-Day Friday.
Yeah, we had one A day this week and it was cut short. I am not happy
And not
about it.
everyone came.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
were like
Classes were tiny.
my A4 yesterday. It was me and I can't
How many
pronounce
people
Great,
were
I
there?
am not
But it
continuing
was
the
like
shoelaces.
it was me and one other kid
You can go without that.
in my A4. Night.
I feel
He's
like
a
we should
kid.
just, I feel like the school should have just canceled yesterday. So many people were gone.
If we cancel, we have to come back an extra day in June. I'm not doing that.
What?
I'm good.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
If you have a closure, we have to make that day up. So we just tack it on to the end of the year. So that means we would be in school until June.
Screw that.
I'm not doing that.
You guys
Never
didn't know
mind.
that?
No, I will not be doing that.
What happens if nobody shows up at school one day?
Yeah.
We still provided the opportunity for you to be here.
So then you still don't have to go days, an extra day.
We shouldn't have to.
So what I'm hearing is we all should just pick a day.
Not to come to school.
Please, I don't want to go for
Senior
Florida.
beach day all over.
Yes.
Except
Right,
not all of
beach
us
day.
are seniors.
If you do that, then they probably will tack on another day.
Ooh.
So I would be very careful about how you phrase these things.
It's okay, Miss Carter.
Nah, I can't miss
I'll be
school.
your just to do art.
Is it
Nothing else.
Hun,
I wonder why. Definitely not 'cause she's a professional or anything.
Yeah.
if it did not look good, we should all be very concerned about my level of teaching. I'm just saying.
It just looks so good.
And it's funny that you say that because I'm looking at it going, ugh. So,
Imagine Mr. West teach.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
because you know what to fix. We're learning from you.
I know. And I'm sitting here going, if I fix some of my things, I'm going to stress all of you out. So I'm biting my tongue and not fixing
Just
it.
say too late.
And it's making me crazy.
Well, thank you
You're
for
already
that.
stressing us out. So.
Okay, I'm going to focus. I don't know if you've noticed, but I did put in the rib line. So if you see right on her stomach, there is that subtle line. And then there is this deviation of value down here.
Oh, I can only see like her outline.
And remember, we're just mapping stuff in because next class we will finally be able to start shading. Which, kudos to you, because I thought we would be here forever. So, that's good.
Such little thing.
We really didn't need to add that much detail, did we?
Not necessarily. I mean, we're going to do a lot more when we start actually shading.
That was me. I am honestly scared for how this is gonna look by the end.
Stop.
It's going to be fine.
Leave me alone. You know, she looks depressed in that.
She
Okay.
probably is.
It's okay.
I drew it, so she probably is.
We're alright.
Okay. You
But I-
have no room to talk.
At least I have a head.
Also, you probably don't want to be
Starting the first 3 years, sounds like I'm not trying to understand.
Be careful what you say about
You're not in the mood for this today.
for doctor's class. We're gonna go over our crucible school. Yeah, the crucible. Shax is
Dude,
teaching
where's
us
the
today.
freaking Wyatt McCoy? Oh my god.
Don't clap like this.
Or Shax.
This is a fun way of clapping. I don't know.
You know what? I might play Destiny 2 only just to play with you guys.
Fine.
Oh, I got Damien and
I like your back foot.
That's because I turned my picture
Why does your
sideways.
back foot look so good?
And it's sideways.
Bro,
Eh,
the only
my
thing that I
back foot looks so
actually play
clean.
I think I got the best one.
It's clean.
Mine has the best one.
It looks
Yes.
like a bed.
Yes.
Decapitated foot.
bro, what
I
I
don't want to draw
included.
it.
I don't want to
I don't
draw
want to
it.
draw it.
I always go
Just start drawing like an actual foot instead of the shoe instead.
I don't want to draw it though. There's no-
Why did you just shake your fists at me?
Because it looks so good.
If it
I'm being called
there is
Destiny.
something wrong.
I'm just saying, we would all be in trouble if it didn't.
I mean, we're as big in trouble with Mr. West.
Yeah, but he's not here anymore, so.
His wife?
Stan likely is like the
She's
call
not here anymore.
calling for
Mrs. West?
No, the West that is here is not his wife.
Yeah. The West that was here is the old lady.
She was not old.
She looked old.
That's kind of mean.
I'm
Dang.
just saying.
She was not old.
Come on.
She's pretty.
Pretty old?
No.
Yo.
I was not gonna say that.
I don't
You guys
know.
are putting words in my mouth now.
It seemed implied.
Nah.
We're simplifying your words for you.
We all know what he's thinking.
We're
bro.
talking for you.
No.
Bless you.
Bless you.
My goodness. You knew what I was thinking and be highly concerned.
I probably would not want to.
I don't want to know.
Something extra must
Nobody wants to know what anybody's
She's
thinking.
probably either thinking about guys or how frustrating this art piece is.
The second one.
She's probably
The second one was definitely.
Very
in her head right now. This entire room's probably destroyed.
I'm not violent.
No.
Not anymore.
So it was earlier.
Back in 7th grade.
Bless you.
Everybody's starting to sneeze, huh?
Well, I mean,
Go down the line. Everybody sneeze once.
you know, after 2 weeks,
Oh,
my nose
dude,
stopped.
I had hot chocolate in my hand yesterday and I sneezed.
Oh my gosh.
It was all over my hand.
You ever been like drinking
It was so
something and then
funny.
you have to sneeze?
Everyone was like,
No, I remember one time I was drinking Dr. Pepper. And then I had a sneeze. And then it went up my nose.
Have you ever had a drink pee at your nose before?
yeah.
It don't feel good.
That's like,
Okay, I hope that you are all at least getting these details in, because if you are not, by tomorrow I will start shading, so you will be behind.
That's why I'm doing it while talking.
the details on the laces.
So close.
I need
Okay.
quick change.
So yours should look like mine, with the legs,
Are you okay?
all the seams in. I'm coming, all the different areas for shading that will be possible. You need to make sure we're mapping all that out.
You can totally see it goes right through it, man.
And I can finally
Yeah, it does.
My little brother has a